Hello everyone and welcome back to WesterosCraft Walks. I'm your host Kobe,
And I'm Lucia.
and today, some of you guessed it in the comments, we are rowing to Griffin's Roost from Storm's End. It's not that far of a row. But yeah, you can have a nice look on the castle, on this outcrop. It's got a unique location. It's got this small ridge leading to it from the mainland. And it's also a red castle. And you can see it in the cliffs as well. You'll see it better later when the sun's risen up fully. But the cliffs have like a red hue to it, and that's where the red stone of the castle is made from.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think of the location, Lucia? It's quite unique, isn't it?
The thing I like about it is the red stone actually kind of curls down under itself. So strategically wise, they don't have to have a lot of defenses around the castle because you can't really climb up onto the rock.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that one land bridge, which I guess if anything happened, they could just break off.
Yeah, and this over here is just loading in. This is Griffin town. So it's a small village, which is part of the lands of Griffin's Roost. And we will check it out first. You okay, Lucia?
I'm coughing.
Oh, you still ill?
Always.
Always ill.
Seemingly for the rest of my life.
Yeah, so we will check out this little village first and then make our way through the forest over there to the castle.
Beep,
as-
boop.
Yeah.
Jumping noises.
As I mentioned earlier, this is quite close to Storm's End, so if you follow this road over here, they got the nice flags with the Griffin colors. You'll get to Storm's End if you follow that road. But yeah, here we have some houses of the little village. I think this build was completed in 2015, I think. Yeah, if I remember correctly from the wiki. Yeah. So it's a few years old, but yeah, aged well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, the ones from 2015 onwards are still quite looking quite modern, server-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you agree with me, Lucia?
The one thing I do hate though is when people put crates next to fence blocks, because then the fence blocks just a block attaches itself to it.
Yeah, but
So I always try and put baskets or nothing next to a fence block, because then if you put like a half slab basket, it won't actually attach onto it. Just a note for anyone who wants to become a builder.
yeah. Oh yeah, we had a little set and a little special storage area for firewood over here. Oh yeah, this is something I quite liked. It's
Or a repair of a roof.
yeah, I'm guessing they are repairing the roof, or it collapsed maybe, but yeah, they are repairing the roof. You can see inside, and you saw some thatch laying
That's
on the
cool.
ground
You don't
there.
see that a lot.
Yeah, we'll have a look inside as well, showing off their shaders with the light coming through.
Because occasionally you can find some builds where they have like a work in progress house, which is actually a lot harder than you'd think. I did one in Hawthorne, and I had to put in all like wood to be the support for the double wattle, and it was a lot harder than I actually thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've never seen a house where it's like a collapsed roof. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, so here we have the tavern, the
Quite a good size.
yeah, Spitting Platoon, I think it's called. So it's not an inn, it's just a tavern, so it's just for drinking and eating, I guess. No bedrooms, but here you have a nice long table. Maybe a little VIP section. I like that they have the nuts as decoration up there as well. We are going to the back of the village here.
Use it to catch some men if they get too drunk.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just don't fight and then just throw some
Yeah.
nets
Oh
on
yeah,
them.
and this is a nice little house. It's a small town, so it doesn't need a big brothel. So it's just probably a woman operating out of her own home. An independent businesswoman.
I mean, fairly fancy with the wall.
Mhm.
So.
Probably like investment with all the money she's
Well, you
getting.
see it as well. They have like breweresses where it's like a one person, where it tends to be like a woman. They live in their own house and brew their own like beer to make money.
Mhm. Yeah, so
People, widows, things like that.
Yeah, we're having a look at the beach over here, and they got these quite long ships. I think they were quite nice. You don't really see this type of ship often. It's,
The only ship I can build, you know those ones where it's like 3 blocks wide, like a tiny
there's
individual
little
shipping.
sailboats.
Yeah. Not even as nice as this. Like the tiny little fishing boats.
Mm-hmm. With sails or like just rowing?
Oh, just rowing.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
With sails, it's like 3 blocks wide, but they're not going to take up 1 block by putting a sail in.
I do that on my little boats. Well, only if it's like enough space for the people to still be in there. But yeah, we are going to the road over here now and going through the forest.
Is this the Old Town Road?
No. It's
So we're not going to take our horse?
No. So yeah, this forest road leads to the castle.
But one thing we just saw as well, they have these like outposts which are made of the same material as the woods around them, and that's something I think is quite cool.
Yeah, you see that quite a lot in like the Stormlands because it's got those large trees as well. So
what was that name of that build that I wanted to do that has it?
Mistwood.
I think that's it, and it has.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
It's in the trees.
More like a Ewoks.
Ewoks, yeah, it's where the Ewoks live. Yeah, so. We have some information about House Connington. Do you want to say it or should I go over it?
You can go over it.
Okay, let me just get it up here. 1 second. Oh, Lucia's bringing it up to me. Okay, so the coat of arms of House Connington, which is the house ruling Griffin's Roost, is 2 combatant griffins. Well, the counter chart changed. Oh, that's the colors, I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah.
So the coat of arms are 2 combatant griffins, counter changed on a red and white field. We saw the colors earlier. And, oh yeah, that's the... I'll just put the picture on the screen, that's easier, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so their overlord is House Baratheon, which is nearby. If I have my render distance full, I can see like Storm's End from Griffin's Roost. I didn't do it in this video, but I tried it out before. And their motto is unknown, so they don't have like house words. But we do know their battle cry, and that's a griffin, a griffin. But,
so straight to the point.
Yeah, so I can't yell it that loud because I don't know how to yell.
I don't know how to yell.
But yeah, it's yelling a griffin, and then they're going into battle. They are an old house, and it's noted that they were a significant house and a wealthy house during the reign of the Targaryens. But when the Baratheons came, some things changed, which we will talk about later.
Yeah, that's another thing that's quite surprising actually. Even though they're overlord and they're really close to Storm's End and House Baratheon, they actually didn't side with House Baratheon in Robert's Rebellion. They went with the Targaryens, probably because they were so close, they had those ties, and that helped them become wealthy. But we'll go into that more later. Mm-hmm. And just before we really get into it, I just want to remind everyone that the WesterosCraft Walks and the server is Book 1 to the Game of Thrones and Season 1 only, so there might be information on a house that, like for instance in this house in particular, has a whole POV section, but we can't talk about it because that's where the season is at. So you may see some things that don't line up with certain books, but that's just because we're Book 1, Season 1, just so you guys remember. Yeah, so anything past the first book or season we won't talk about, even though a lot might happen with this house. I know, I was doing all my research and I was like, oh no, never mind, I can't do this either. It was painful.
It's all in the last book. So, oh yeah, you can see the village over there, but as you might have noticed, this is a well-defended castle with a small walkway, and I guess it's so well-defended that they closed the gates.
So the episode's over, sorry guys.
Yeah, we can't, yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching, and where do you want to go next time? I don't know.
Just get in the boat and just sail away.
Yeah, so, we are gonna find another way down. We can't go through the main gate. But while I do that, Lucia can talk about some quotes from the castle, like how well defended it is and stuff. You found some research.
But another thing as well to point out is you'll see in some of these castles where they're a bit older, this one actually has the redstone built into it for you to open and close the gate, But I don't know. Kobe was saying something about them turning off the.
Oh yeah. We used to have a plugin on the server where you could flick a switch and the portcullis could go up and down. But that plugin on the server broke, and in this particular case, it broke when the portcullis was down, so we can't get it up anymore.
Yeah. So in new builds, I tend to build it with it open.
Yeah.
So that's another way you can kind of tell how old a build is if it's shut. Or the builder who built it is just mean. So the castle, it's actually said that the garrison is so well provisioned that they can hold, and they have enough provisions to last a castle 20 times as large, so 20 times as many men.
To hold off.
So if something happens, they can just kind of break that land bridge, or...
Well, that's the only thing they have to defend.
Yeah,
so they
or just defend that. Yeah. And then they don't have to worry about getting supplies, but there are some... When the tide goes back, there's a little hidden entrance that is exposed here.
So I guess Davis can always come in.
Yeah, bring some onions.
Yeah, so...
bring me some onions!
This is like a secret passage, kind of like they had in Storm's End as well, but this one is more secretive. And where does it end up, Lucia?
I think this one ends up in just like a housing block.
Yeah, I think, wasn't it? I think this one might have been the toilets or something.
I think there's a couple of them, so I don't remember.
Yeah, so we'll see where this one leads. Quite a few stairs. So yeah, we can see the red of the bricks over here. So yeah, it's a storeroom. I guess there was another passage that was near toilets, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this one just leads into the castle. I guess that's good that it leads straight to the storeroom from like the secret passage in case they have to smuggle in supplies.
But like, no, these supplies were here the whole time.
Yeah, so you have some smaller bedrooms here. We can see it's night as well. There we can see a statue of the two combatant griffins on this little water feature there. You can see the moon shining through the towers. There's the gate that we saw earlier. But yeah, I'll go back in. We can find the bed and we can have a look in the daytime. Okay, this is where they defend. Oh yeah, there to the right you could see that little lever that was supposed to go up and down. Make the portcullis go up and down. But yeah, we will find the bed and we can have a look at the castle in the morning. Just have to...
talk about going to bed making me sleepy.
Oh, okay. Oh, the police are outside.
Oh no,
I
didn't mean it, man. I'm not sleepy.
Yeah. I think they stopped right outside. I hope they're not getting us.
It's the gravy police.
Yeah. So yeah, we are finding we are looking for a nice bed to sleep in.
I just sleep on the baskets.
That's not comfortable. Then I'll have a backache in the morning.
It's fine.
But yeah, I think here was a little nicer bed. Yeah, so we can just sleep over here. They got a mirror as well, so it must be a nice room.
Sleepy. I'm sorry everyone else who I make yawn by listening to me yawning.
It's morning, Lucia. Are you refreshed now? You're not sleepy anymore?
No, I'm not sleepy anymore.
Okay. So yeah, we got in this castle we got quite a few empty rooms as well. Yeah, I think it's kind of to do with what happened to the house.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, that not that many people are living here. Well, not as many as they used to need. So yeah, the house kind of downsized. We will go into that later on. But yeah, you have a nice balcony here overlooking the sea. If I had my render distance higher, you could see Storm's End from there. But we are coming to some nicer bedrooms here. They have quite a few, like quite nice bedrooms, so we were not 100% sure which ones are
is this one the Lord's? It can't be the Lord's. It seems like another great strategic place. Maybe it's the Lord's son's room or something, because they would want to keep them separated, surely. But,
yeah, because I think
the commander of the garrison, because that's down here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a few nice bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I said it like that. Bed rooms.
Yeah, we have another nice one on the end over here. Or was it just servants? It was just servants, I'm guessing here. Right, yeah. There, I think it's the tower next to here that has another nice bed.
Yeah, so when I was going through, I was like, no, this door, no, that door. Huh? But then again, it's one of those things that makes a castle good strategically, as if, especially you see that in some of the newer builds, you get lost.
Yeah, especially Winterfell.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, there, yeah. You can see the ridge over there. But yeah, this is a nice watchtower.
I don't know why, but I really like the statue, because you don't see as many statues. It always tends to be like a person, and it's like boing.
There's the Griffin.
It's similar to the one in we were just there.
House
in House 1
of Stonehelm. Yeah, that's quite nice. But it depends on the sigil as well, because not all sigils you can turn into a statue though.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go back down.
We're going downstairs. So, Lord, I'm probably going to say this wrong, Armand Connington enjoyed the nearby forest and crags from atop the east tower of the castle, and would often show it their ancestral lands off to his only son and heir, John, with no H, Jon.
Like Jon Snow.
Yeah, but I don't know, I'm so used to seeing John with a H that I'm like,
yeah, but we will have a look at the east tower after that. It's like on the other side of the castle. But yeah, what did he do? What did the Lord do?
So he would show off his ancestral land. It's a good vantage point as well, because you can see anyone if they're incoming from the water. Because from the other land it's a lot of forest, so it wouldn't really be that easy to walk an army through. And also with the east tower, as you'll see later, the balcony is 360, so you can kind of, one person can look at the ocean, one person can look at the forest, and then you kind of always have your points taken.
But
and Rhaegar Targaryen actually visited Griffin's Roost for a fortnight while he was returning from Dawn, and his John showed off these views as well, so they must have been pretty proud.
Yeah, but Armand, sorry, I did it. Armand died a few years before Robert's rebellion, and these are the crypts over here, so he must be buried around here somewhere. So yeah, after he died, I think the lordship passed to John, which is his only son, John Connington.
Those damn doors gets Kobe every time.
Yeah, exactly. But we will continue the lore after the little garden.
I know, I like the garden here, especially when you see, again, it talks into what I was saying earlier about the strategic point of the rocks bending down under and making it hard for people to climb up. They have a pretty unobstructed view of the ocean, which is really nice. Like, it's just a sheer drop, so it would be very, very hard to climb, so they can kind of focus more on the beauty.
But dangerous for the children.
Yes, well, if they do fall and die, it's natural selection.
Oh yeah, that was like the east tower over there. You saw a little glimpse of it above the thing. But yeah, nice race going through the garden, the little sun. Yeah, we are going through some workshops now. So this is the blacksmith. We kind of saw the armory as well, right? This is this is.
Well, this is storage. Yeah, armory, I guess. I'm like, storage, armory, storage.
Yeah, so we were going up here. We found little ladders, so we're going up there. You can kind of see the view. There's the Great Hall, and this is the Maester's Tower, so that's where we'll end. But yeah, we're going this way first.
My Kobe impersonation.
Did I say that?
I'm waggling my arms around like an elephant's trunk.
Yeah. Well, the people can't see
I'm giving them visualization, so just know where I'm talking about. I'm also gesturing my arms towards as well. Oh, did you hear my shoulder? I feel so old. Yeah,
I don't think the people will hear it.
How old I am with my shoulder? They just clicked and it hurt.
Yeah, so we have the walls here, so you can see they got quite a large area overlooking that what's it called, ridge? Yeah, ridge passage that goes to the main gate. But we are... I think they had a brewery down here as well somewhere.
Yeah,
This
here.
one?
Yeah, this is the top level of it. So I've got some nice smells going on.
Making some... Oops.
Whoop. Oof.
Oof.
Again, dangerous for the children.
The fires or the stairs?
The fires and the stairs.
Okay.
If you want to know what it's like to childproof something, just send Kobe there.
Yeah, I'll fall down the stairs.
Oh, not safe for the children. Kobe fell over.
Oh no! But yeah, we are gonna have a look at one of the nicer halls of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh yeah, it's I also really like the red because you don't see it a lot in a lot of castles.
So yeah, you have this nice courtyard, and here is the main hall.
Bam, money shot.
Very fancy, with all the like drapes going down.
Even the floor is like very color coordinated.
And there, the throne. The throne is a special throne as well. It's a carved and gilded seat of a griffin. It represents a griffin, and 50 generations of Conningtons have ruled from that throne. But yeah, we have a secret passage behind the throne, which leads us to
the East Tower.
Garden. And yeah, the East Tower over there. But we won't.
I know. I
go
was
into
like,
it right now.
garden, kind of courtyard. There's a single tree. Does that class it as a garden?
Yeah, the East Tower is for near the end of the video. So right now we are gonna have a look at the Sept, which is over here. Got a nice entrance gate. Yeah, nice Sept.
And the one thing I thought about this build is I like, but I'm not massively thrilled with the ceiling in the Sept. But then again, I think that's where the server style has changed, and now in big castles they have really elaborate ceilings.
Yeah, but you'll see it later as well. We've got a little secret storage room here.
I know. I really thought this would lead somewhere, but it's just like a room.
Yeah, it's like a secret storage room. I guess the Septon is up to some shady business. But yeah, I think the reason why this roof isn't as fancy is because they actually have a room up there as well, which we will have a look at in a minute. So, I think, yeah, we are going back. We're kind of going all over the place from the one side to the castle to the other.
Keeping you guys on your toes.
Yeah. Yeah, but now we are going to that part. Not that part.
We're going to that part. Not that part, but that part.
Oh wait, no, we are going to this part first.
Oh.
But we will come to this part again later.
Yeah, we have our stuff together. We're grown-ups.
Yeah, so I just
we would not make good people for doing TomTom voiceover. But go here, then there. Do what you want.
Yeah, so this is kind of the stables and the practice area for the knights and horses, which leads again to the garden.
Knightly horses.
Yeah, they're probably fancy. I imagine the horses would be scared going over that narrow passage though. And those carts would be dangerous as well. Yeah, it's turning night again, so we'll have a look at the tower that we might think might be the Lord's room.
There are lots of really, really fancy rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then other ones that are abandoned. So it could just be that like the people that are just left there just took the fancy rooms and abandoned the.
Because you think they're so close to House Baratheon's kind of stronghold of Storm's End that they would have to have a room, or probably even like a whole tower, just for them in case they came to visit. But then at the same point, it's almost like they're so close. What would be the point of them staying there? That's what I thought maybe this one was, because there are some very fancy rooms.
Oh, yeah. I guess they did have a room for like Rhaegar when he went to visit.
Mm-hmm. And more about Rhaegar, him and Jon became really good friends, and Jon actually ended up going to the court in King's Landing for a few years. But then during Robert's Rebellion, Lord Jon was raised to the position of Hand of the King to Aerys II Targaryen, who was Rhaegar's father.
Mad King. Ooh.
That boy, that elderly gentleman is insane. Keep your children away from him, please. And then after his failures during the Battle of the Bells, Jon was actually stripped of all his titles and sent to Essos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the Mad King was like, "What? You lose one battle for me? You must be bad. Get out of my land."
Which is basically like me when there's no barbecue sauce with my chicken nuggets.
What, you exile?
I'm like McDonald's person, you are exiled. I specifically asked for it, okay?
Okay, yeah, thanks.
And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, you're exiled, get out of here.
But yeah, I think that was a quite nice room. Also above the sub, they had like a little library area with a writing desk. So that might be the solar, and then the nice room next to it. But
and that's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, but we have like another similar kind of room in the other tower, which we will go into.
So have a look in the comments where someone who probably was the builder will tell you guys.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. We had a nice little nap here to make a day again. That reminds me, on one of the older King's Landings videos, if you remember, I was calling a few towers insignificant in those episodes.
Every single tower in this build is insignificant, okay?
Yeah, so someone did comment. Well, in the episode after that, I did say it was a Maester's Tower, and we started there. But yeah, on that episode where I was saying, oh yeah, that must be, there's some tower, I don't know what it is.
This is nice.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is a nice room.
Okay, continue with what you were saying, dear.
Yeah, that person, he wrote in the comments that basically, are you serious? That's like the Maester's Towers where this and this happened, and he basically summed up a lot of spoilers from like the very very last bit of the last book that was
nice
released.
Room.
So if we see comments like that, it's okay if you want to tell me if I'm wrong or something. If it's like,
but not me. Okay, I'm emotionally unstable.
Yeah, so if it's okay if you want to like correct me if I do something wrong, but please don't spoil like anything.
Yes.
From the
basically, if you guys do a comment which is a spoiler because you forget where book 1, season 1, we'll delete it.
Yeah. Well,
not just because you're criticizing us, but only if you spoil it.
Yeah. It's just if it's like very late books or very.
So this is the room as well that we thought could have been either John or his late father's room, because it's a big fancy room on top of a tower, but then at the same time there's not really a designated solar area, so I wasn't quite sure. I thought maybe it could be Robert's room if he comes to visit, because they've got the bath and I think they have a baby bed in there as well. And based on where, if you go to King's Landing, if you go to Storm's End, they also have a baby bed there by his room, so I assume that could be for if Robert comes to visit.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, if it's like spoilers from like the second season or the third season, it doesn't matter that much as long as it's not a big spoiler. But if it's like serious spoiler material, then we can't delete.
Yeah, like for instance, if you were to say Daenerys Targaryen is just Tyrion in a mask, I'd have to delete that, ruining the whole season.
She has spoilers.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to delete myself now.
You've been exiled.
I've been exiled to Essos. At least my barbecue store, so I can take it with me.
Oh yeah, this is the
East Tower.
Yeah.
So I when we get up there, I'll be Almond Boy.
Armand?
Well, his name's Almond, but it's Arm, like ARMOND. So I'm like Almond.
Armand, yeah.
Without trying to say almond. So I'll be Daddy Almond and you can be Baby Cashew.
Oh yeah, so what happened after he was exiled?
So after Jon's exile, Griffin's Roost needed someone to take after because Jon didn't have any siblings and he also didn't have any children. So the lordship was transferred to Jon's cousin and castellan, Sir Ronald MacDonald Castellan. However, after the end of Robert's rebellion, because House Connington actually sided with the Targaryens, the Mad King, Robert, we all know what's happening because Robert is now in charge. Sadly, Ronald was demoted, so he's just a mere knight, which is still not bad, but 9/10 of the land belonging to the castle was actually distributed to neighbouring lords who'd chosen to support Robert. So, to be honest, they could have ended up much, much worse, but it didn't go great.
Yeah, so instead of being lords now, they just became knights. So now the title is Sir of Griffin's Roost.
But to be honest, I'll still take the castle. It's very nice.
Oh yeah, so they're landed knights. But yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say, Lucia?
I don't know, that was the end of all my information.
I was gonna say
there
something
was
else.
like, if you really find the John Connington and like this family interesting, I recommend reading Dance of Dragons. John Connington has a whole POV section in it, but unfortunately I can't say anything about that. Read comments where someone's like,
Lucia, what do we know about John? I thought he died in Essos.
well,
what? Is there a POV character? Spoilers, Lucia.
This is not my opinion, I'm just saying what I've read. Some people believe that he drank himself to death. Some people don't. So you'll have to read the books and find out. It could just be a POV about him drinking himself to death.
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess so.
That would be great. Like little songs that he's singing while he's drunk and stuff. You never know.
Yeah, but I did really enjoy like that storyline in the books, because it's something the show like didn't pick up. They just ignored it.
Yeah, that's one thing you definitely see from looking on the server, is that we really stick to the books. So if something is mentioned in the books, we will put it in our build. So that might mean that, for instance, King's Landing ends up looking different to the show, because unlike...
But the show itself doesn't even know what they want to do.
The show itself is...
It's like, oh yeah, they're forced around Kings, and they what? No, it was a desert all along.
But that's not season 1, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Basically, if you want to know what Game of Thrones really is, just look on our server, and that's humble brag.
Yeah, so we are at the rookery at the moment.
But I gotta say, I love the placement in the garden, because normally it's just on a random tower. Well, not a random tower, an insignificant tower.
So that's the end of this video. So for the poll, we are gonna try something different. Instead of the specific locations to choose from, we will now ask you to choose a path for us to go to. So over here,
down to hell.
No, that's not one of the options. So over here we're back outside of the castle. This road over here leads to the village, but we have this other road in the other direction as well.
Where do you guys want to go? It's a pick your own adventure, but we have to work together as a little team, a baby family.
Yeah, so we can either go to the south, follow that road to the south, follow the stormy crags of the Stormlands, or if we go back to the village now. So yeah, here on the village we have some other options. We can take one of those ships.
And not ask permission because we're badass.
Yeah, kind of trying to leave the Stormlands if you're sick of the Stormlands, but it's a small boat, so I don't know how far we'll get. Or we can follow that road over there that we saw in the beginning and see if, well, the Baratheons are on there, but there are some other houses as well, so we can kind of check those out if you want us to go in that direction. Yeah, so where do you want to go? It's you can either go south, follow this road, we can take the boat, or we can follow this last road and go north.
Take the north road, go north. Take the south road, go south. It's a pick your own adventure, guys. And this is the end of the video. Toodaloo.
See you next time.